Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Depends on what part of the world you are at. So I just had to, this is today's Wednesday, April 4th. I'm sorry, April 8th, 2026. It is 6:41, but I finished my call and I did not record. And I do have my um, presentation that I would love to share with you all. So I am going to redo the call and here I go. So thank you very much for watching the replay. Thank you very much for being here and showing up. Um, Hopefully this is it. I am back to stay. I have been uh not missing in action, but more so I have been a little bit out of commission due to my challenges with my health. But hopefully that is past me and I am here to stay. So today we are going to talk about overwhelm to align, creating a schedule that supports your life and legacy. And the reason that I thought about this is more because we all go through challenges in life, and sometimes we have a lot of things that kind of like fall out of our hands, not intentionally. So, this is really about helping us come back to ourselves and creating something simple that supports our life, not overwhelms it. So I kind of started thinking, and I'm like, you know what? Sometimes that we think that we are the only ones that face certain challenges, and in reality, a lot of us come across a lot of situations that at the moment, yes, we are we're gonna die because we are the only ones that can deal with our situation. So yeah, sure, it is a lot more difficult than whatever something else is going through. But let's talk for a little bit. Let's chat. Uh, have you ever felt like you know what you need to do, but your day feels all over the place? That can be a lot of us for the most part. Not everyone, because there's a lot of people that I know that are very organized and could keep it together regardless to what the situation is. But I had one of those days and where I knew what I needed to do, but everything just felt all over the place. Um, because trying to not being able to do certain things because not being able to see, and then okay, but I'll do that tomorrow. Okay, but I can't. And sometimes excuses are awesome. It's nice to have an excuse why not to do certain things that we know we should be doing. Um, so things just pile up and forgotten, or then maybe we just don't have time to do that. So sure, you know, it kind of sometimes when you drop too many things, it's hard to kind of catch up because now you have too much to do in one day. So you're not, always remember, you're not behind, you're not failing, you're navigating life while trying to build something meaningful. Always try and remind yourself that this is part of being human. Sometimes doing something that we don't do in a regular basis can overwhelm us, but it is okay to feel that way. We are human. So, just a little reminder, of course, we're going to get overwhelmed. Of course, we are going to, feel that little bit of like that chest tightness because it's just a feeling, it's an emotion. But remember exactly that it is a feeling, it is an emotion that we're going to feel, and it will go away. It will go away as soon as we realize that it's going to be okay. So, and we go back into our track and remind ourselves that we got this. We can do it. It's going to happen. So sometimes the problem is that we don't have structure, meaning that we don't have the order on how we are going and how and when we are going to do things. Uh, Maybe like a list of the do's now and later, and just keeping a balance of what is important and what should be done now, um, or first. So without structure, everything feels overwhelming. Too many tasks, not enough clarity, no clear direction. So if you have 10 different things that you have to do and you don't have them labeled and you're just doing them as you go by, a lot of times this one being so close to this one is going to get your attention. So it is good to just be able to write them and check them off as you're done. As I said, and I feel that I'm repeating myself, which I am because I said all this on my prior uh, video that did not record. Um, there's no such thing as multitasking. The human brain just cannot take that. Uh, if we're lucky, we're able to remember three things, and and to target those three things and get them done. Like we have to kind of like, one of the things that we kind of have to like either write it down or something. One of the things that um, was asked in my interview for corporate, the company that I just got laid off on 15, 16 years ago, 15 years ago, my interview was, can you multitask? And I said it was actually, there was six people in the room on the table. And um, I have no idea where, I mean, I was feeling very comfortable at the moment. And that was the CEO, the VP, the president, the manager of accounting, um, the BD manager, and the sales VP. And I was like, multitasking. Well, I can guarantee you that what I start, I will finish. Can I multitask? That's the thing. I don't think that you would want eight different things to get started and not finished. I will keep track of everything and I will get them done, but there's no such thing as multitasking and be done with accurate um, conclusions. They looked at each other and they were like, oh, I make them think. These are all corporate level people. And, like, I kind of feel that is true. Sometimes, like, if I start here and then I have to go to the kitchen or I have to go to my room, the kitchen and the restroom are on the way. And there's a small place, but okay, so now I grab this because I got to bring it over here, and and then I start doing this. Then I remember that I have to go outside, and then it's too windy, so I have to do that. Before you know it, I started all these things that are not going to be done. I've, I have to just rotate again and get it done. Same thing when we sit down on the computer. Oh, I have to send out my newsletters. Oh, I have to do my call. Oh, I have to check and connect with the community. So you start doing all these different tasks that when you go to bed, you realize that, oh, I forgot to do this. We just sometimes try to handle too much. So it is good to just, keep a list of what we're going to do and maybe just do and check one off. From this time to this time, I'm going to do this. And this time, I'm going to do that. So I'm going to attach the spreadsheet that I did onto this video. This way you could use it, you could edit it, and it's actually a pretty nice spreadsheet. It lets you, it allows, let's see if I could pull it up. Let's see if, okay, no, you're not able to see it on that. But it does, so if you're a 9 to 5, it gives you a schedule for that. If you are a full-time digital content creator, it gives you, it gives you the breakdown of that. Like the morning routine, the exercise, you need to spend a little bit of time for you. Content creation, posting, engagement, learning and training, generation and outreach, uh, a break. You need lunch. So it has all this stuff, content repurposing. It actually has a breakdown of what you can do in the time. This way, if you start at 6, by 5 o'clock, you will be done, and that is including your you time because you need some you time. So please, I encourage you to just look through the spreadsheet. Let me know if that works. If it doesn't, also please do let me know and we could work with it together. There's also a daily tracker, the date and content posted. You could put yes, no, excuse me, leads generated, the sales, if put down your numbers, keep track of your numbers. This you could do. I'm thinking I'm doing mine on Sundays. It's going to be part of um my Sunday organizing. That's when I pick, I like to send out a newsletter to my automation, and that's when I choose a topic for my calls. I like to do, if I'm going to have 2 calls, I like to have the same topic, just one mentoring, and then the other one is growth. So, on this spreadsheet, you're also going to have, did you do your workout, the engagement done, meditation, gratitude. I also have a spot that you could do your notes. So it is a nice spreadsheet. Please use it. Chat help me, but not really. I'm trying to do as much as I can on my own. Um, because sometimes we should just do on our own. Uh, he is my backup. Um, so yes, also here, when we don't have structure, everything starts to feel heavy, even the simple stuff. So it's best to just let's keep, that structure. Let's keep track of what we want to do. So motivation comes and goes, but structure, that's what brings you back. So yes, you're going to feel motivated. You're not going to feel motivated. And then we want to make sure that you do have something to come back to when you are motivated. So, um, motivation is not something we can rely on every day, but having a structure gives us something to come back to. So now you have a structure. You know what? All I have to do is just go and do 1, 2, 3, and that's it. And then I'm done. Back to like moping and being overwhelmed. But you're not going to be overwhelmed because now you're going to be done with 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you're going to take your break. And then you're going to say, wow, I did good. Let me go back and just finish up 5, 6, 7, 8. And you'll be okay. As long as you have that schedule, as long as you have that structure that you're following, you will be okay. But it is important to follow. This way you can stay motivated or get motivated. So you don't need to have it all together. You just need something to come back to. Acknowledge it, feel it, return to your routine. So you really don't need to have it all together. Uh, just make sure that it's there and acknowledge it. Don't forget that you know what, your goals, what you have planned. You want to make sure that you become that legacy. So don't forget that you have that to come back to. You don't need to have everything figured out. You just need a place to return when life gets messy. And the right, this right here is something that I live by. The acknowledge it, feel it, release it, return to your routine. Um, this is something that I've always, I feel that yes, we do put things in God's hands. And yes, we're very, very fortunate to have God in our hearts. Um, and we put everything on his hands. And it's okay for you to acknowledge what you're feeling. Feel it. Don't keep rounding and rounding and rounding in your head. Because if not, it's just going to stay right there and keep going, going, going around. So acknowledge it. You're not feeling good about this thing. And feel it, accept it, and release it. And then go back to your routines. It's like when there's something that you've never tasted in your whole life. There's, I don't know, green beans. Ugh, I don't like green beans. But and for a long time, no, just don't like it. So do you know what it tastes like? No, ugh, I don't like it. Well, you know what? I had to taste it. And no, I didn't like the texture. Now I know why I don't like it. It's not just the way it smells. I mean, I'm sorry, a lot of people like it, and all respect to everyone that do like it. I don't like the texture, but I don't like beans either. I know, I know. I hear it now. What kind of Puerto Rican are you? That's what we make. We make beans. I like the gravy from the beans, but I don't eat beans. I don't like the texture. So I had to taste it in order for me to say no. Now I really know that I don't like it. I just don't like the texture. So I'll just stay with my bean gravy. So yes. So acknowledge it, feel it, release it, return to your routine. So why a schedule matters? A schedule is not restriction. It's support. It's clarity. It's a peace. It's peace of mind. It's just, especially, I mean, if you could do it like on Sunday or whatever it is that you have to do, you're going to have everything written down. You're going to have everything or done in your computer. You know that you don't have to lose sleep over that because you're not going to forget. That's what you have to do. So a schedule is not meant to control you. It's meant to support you and let you sleep and let you breathe and let you meditate and let you pray and let you do all those things that you want to do for you. Because now you have it in a piece of paper, you have it logged, and you're not going to forget. So you have to put all your trust on that schedule that you have, on that calendar that you have. Write it all down. It will work out for you better. So your day should include, and I need for you all to listen to this. I need to listen to this. It should include self care, personal life, digital business, rest, and reset. So if you all notice something, self care is first. And it should be. It should be, because if you don't take care of yourself, if you don't get that rest and reset, and I put that rest and reset at the end, because you should be able to just rest after you go through your personal life and your digital business. Lay down, and even if you sit back and watch TV for an hour or 20 minutes, just let everything sit for a little bit, because you need to reset. You need to rest. You need to self-care. So in the morning, do your stretching. Make sure, which is important, because at nighttime, sometimes we get a little stiff, especially if you're a side sleeper. You have to stretch as much as you can, because what if you walk out of your room and then also you have to hold yourself because you're going to fall? You didn't stretch. Now you could break a bone. We don't want that. And plus, it levels your blood pressure. If you have anxiety, it's just going to get you ready for the day. And I know this is going to sound crazy, but if you could jump into the shower and just throw cold water on your face, and not so cold shower, but that will prepare your body physically for any tension that you go through the day, because you already had that first shock from the morning. So taking a cold shower in the morning kind of prepares your day, your body for the day. That if you go out, and God be with you every second of your life, if you go out and you fall, if you go out and you have like, I don't want to say it, but if there's a accident, a car accident or something, your body already had that impact. The impact that you receive will be a little bit, I mean, of course, depending on what you go through, but the impact in your body, your muscles will be ready for that. So it is important to do a little bit of exercise, 5 minutes. You don't have to do a lot. Just before you put your feet on the ground, of course, you pray, thank you, Jesus, for another day. Thank you, and make of me who you want me to be. But then just, grab your legs while you're laying down. And now you're still sleeping. You do that, you stretch, and then just take your sheets and go blah, blah, one leg, one leg, and then you sneak out and your bed is done. That's what I used to always tell my kids. You don't have an excuse why not to do your bed. You do your bed before you get out of bed. And then and it's done. All you have to do is just fix it. Done. So that would probably be, that's just another exercise, because now you're stretching. You're putting your sheet that way, and your legs. I show my husband to do that, and he's like, that's crazy. I caught him. He does it. He does it. He wakes up after I do. So it is a good stretch for your morning routine. So self-care, please do not forget. You're not just building a business, you're building a life. And that includes you in it. So as you see there, please, if you want to take a screenshot of this, please do. We're not just building a business. We're building a life, and that includes you in it. That's huge. That is huge. So even with a full-time job, you can still build your legacy. Small, consistent actions equals big results. So I know a lot of us are working full-time, and it can feel like there's no time. But small intentional pockets of time can change everything. Just a little bit in the morning, after you take that cold shower, and you're on your way to work, whatever, and the other think of what you're going to do, but you already have your schedule done. So you already know the topics that you're going to talk about. You can start creating your content. No, don't be looking at the phone and driving and all that stuff. That's not safe. But maybe in your coffee break. Me, I don't know why, but I always felt comfortable doing content while I was driving. So of course, I had the phone in a place where I was able to look and not stop looking, but be able to do I'm not advising for you to do that. But for some reason, I guess because the car was cozy, feels cozy, I just always feel comfortable doing content in my car. So yeah, so if you just do small intentional pockets of time throughout your day, you will have enough time to do that. Um, Depending, I mean, you don't have to. Sometimes we get too much into the editing of the videos and whatever we do. There's really no need for all that. I mean, we could just do a video and I mean, you're being yourself. Why are you going to edit unless you're repeating yourself over and over and over again? So if you've been doing this for more than, I don't know, um, some times it takes us more than others. Just if you're consistent, you'll get better at it. Even if you're just doing it just to practice, you could just do, and you will get better at it. So if you have more time, structure helps you stay focused, avoid burnout, and grow faster. So digital life is, I'm not going to say complicated because it's not complicated. I will tell you this, it is a solution to generate an income that could help you become that legacy that you want to become. And why do I say that? The world is going digital. I mean, money, everything. There's so many people losing their jobs. And it's not, there's, as time goes on, I mean, this internet thing has been going on since 1950. That's how long AI's been around. Now it's being more exposed. But green screen, that was internet. So this has been going on for a very, very, very long time. It's just that now it's exposed because this is a new era. This is, the world is shifting. There's crypto, there's all this stuff that's going on. You go buy a house, you don't get money. They don't give you $500,000 in your hand. No, that goes in a check. It's over there. There's a bunch of money over there, a bunch of numbers, digital numbers. We don't ever see that money, but that's a story all by itself. So, yes, structure will help us do what we need to do with that digital marketing, with the digital life, with what it is that we need to do. And even if you have more time without structure, it's easy to feel busy but not productive. So even if you do have more time, extra time without structure, it's easy to feel busy, not so productive. So, meaning you're still going to be questioning yourself. Did I do that? Did I do this? Did I do that? Did that? Did that? Did that? Did that? So that's why it's better. A structure will get you. Yeah, it's a routine. A lot of people don't like routines, but I tell you what, it will make your day go faster. So, um, okay, so if you have more time, stay focused. Uh, you cannot build a strong life from an exhausted version of you. So you need to walk. I'm sorry, I'm stuttering. I'm just looking at my presentation here. Um, Walk, pray, meditate, breathe, and rest. This is This is the one we skip the most because it's for us. Isn't that so strange? Isn't that so weird? But it's actually the one that keeps everything else working. So these are the things that are going to keep us healthy. So in your morning, that's self-care. These four things that you see here could be part of your self-care. You go for a little walk, 5 minutes. You don't have to go down the block and, and get lost around the block. And no, 5, 10 minutes, time yourself. 5 minutes out, 5 minutes in. And while you do that, do prayers, pray, meditate, and do your breathing. 1, 2, 3, 4, hold for 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Release on 6. 4, 2, 6. And rest. Do some resting because we need to rest. So every pause has a purpose. As long as you don't let it become your stopping point. So, as we know, that's huge. I mean, I was a little worried, I'm not going to lie. Um, when I was told that I, had my eye condition and, all that stuff, I'm like, oh my God, how am I going to see my computer? I need to see my computer, my legacy. I want to become a legacy. How am I going to do this now? How is this going to work for me? Of course, that human head starts thinking about everything. And for the most part, the negative is what jumps in first. And it's bad. So we have to always remember that, we need to just keep moving forward because we can. Life will happen. The key is not perfection, it's just coming back and just go for it. Because if we take a long break, sometimes it's hard to get back into that rhythm that we were in. It's like I'm that person that if I'm gonna do something, I have to do it every day. It's best to do it every day. And 1 second, I need to close the door. I am feeling the no seams, those little bugs that are in Florida that make me crazy. You don't see them, but you feel them. So, yeah, so that, I went through that stage and it was a little scary because I thought that I would not be able to get back on my community and serve and help as I have been wanting to. So, uh, let's try and also remember, let's see, what else do we have here? Um, so what gets tracked gets improved. Let's make sure that we go over the worksheet that I have for you guys. Let me ask you a question. What has been pulling your attention lately? What do you need to come back to? To me, what was calling my attention was just thinking of, oh, what's going to happen now? Am I not going to be able to see what I'm working on? Um, and I was stuck on that for a little bit. Sometimes we do get stuck on situations like that. And like I said before, yes, other people have bigger problems, but the one that we're dealing with is the one that we have in hand. And even if it's small, that's the problem that we are dealing with. And all we could do for that other person is pray for the most part. Um, so that's what was calling my attention this long. And what I need to come back to is my routine. my community, my path to become that legacy that I know I can be, and be here to serve my members and who I can help, because that's my passion. That's where I've been wanting to go, and that's where I'm going to go. So again, brings me back to, okay, acknowledge, feel, and keep it moving. And go back to where you need to get. Um, so if you can, please just put on in the comments below what it is that's keeping your attention, that's putting your attention, if there is anything. So let's reset together. I want you guys to grab your sheets and just take a few minutes. You don't have to dedicate too much time to it. Uh, and be honest with yourself. So you're going to have two sheets. You're going to have a spreadsheet and you're going to have a worksheet. The spreadsheet is with a schedule that you could keep track. It has the time. It has like what I told you guys before. And then the worksheet has a few questions. Just be honest and remember, you're not behind. You are becoming. So as far as the spreadsheet, uh, you know, what gets tracked gets improved. So track your content, your engagement, your leads, your sales, and your self-care. So you are going to find that on that worksheet. When you start tracking what you do, you start seeing your progress, and that builds confidence. Even if it's just a zero point zero 0.01 going up, that will give you confidence. So it is important to keep track of everything that you do. If you're going to do crunches and today you do 2, write them down, because what if tomorrow you do 3? So even if you do 3 the next day, but now you keep in track, you know that you started at 2, and you're not going to forget. You're actually going to see that on paper. If you got 1 lead and then you got none, and then you get 1, but you know you already had 1, so it's possible to get leads. It is possible. It is just so much nicer and so much more welcoming to see the progress on paper. It will give you confidence. So let's reset, okay? The comeback plan, life will happen. The key is not perfection, it's coming back. Life will happen. There's nothing that we could do about it. The goal is not to avoid it, but to learn how to come back to where it is that you want to be. So every pause has a purpose. And as long as you don't let it become your stopping point, you will be okay. Every pause has a purpose. Just don't let it become your stopping point. It doesn't need to be. So, again, let's reset, let's refocus, and let's rebuild together. Why? Because we can. Because you can. Don't forget, you're not behind. You are becoming. And as long as you keep in your head that you're resetting, you're going to refocus, and you have the ability to rebuild, you will be able to rebuild. So again, okay, so we're going to leave it here. I did have to repeat this call because that first one did not record. And it was that someone walked in to the call and started recording. So I thought it was my lady saying, this is recording. So that's the reason why I had to redo this. So bless you all. I hope you all have a great evening. I see you back here on next Wednesday. And keep track of my calendar, please. I do send out an email the day before I do the calls. If you are not up to date with the 90-day run from DGC, I am working on catching up with that. So also look for the module on those calls. There is so much value on those calls. They're very short, and but it is teaching you what to do, what steps to take in order to be able to get that 30K in 90 days. In my module, I have worksheets with all of them, with each one of them. So I hope you're going through that. Uh, have a great evening and blessings to you all.